And this one is gone!
Boy, this guy is some talent.
Putting on a clinic. Beautiful summer night here in Philadelphia and a big series in the NL East. The Braves and Phillies are 1-2 in the National League in the month of June, and it's the Braves making a move on the Mets while the Phillies move on, for now, without Bryce Harper. It's the MLB Network Showcase presented by Chevrolet, the defending World Series champion Atlanta Braves, taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. And hi again, everybody. I'm Brian Kenny alongside Dan Plesac. Dan pitched here for a couple of years in Philadelphia, didn't you, Dan?
Yeah, not in this venue. I was the last Phillies pitcher to throw a pitch at Old Veterans Stadium in 2003.
Age 41 season, wasn't it, Dan?
Elder statesman at that time.
Right. Meantime, the Braves are surging 20-5 in the month of June. Take a look at the Hankook standings in the NL East now. The Braves, once, Dan, we were calling a game when they were 10.5 games back. That was in early June, 10.5 behind the Mets. They're now 3.5 out. Picked up a game last night. Mets lost again. Phillies, meantime, trying to stay close in the wild card standings and try to get into it and work without Bryce Harper. The Braves, meantime, getting contributions all over. One standout especially has stepped up. Big hitting breakout, Dan, for Dansby Swanson.
Right now, he has to be one of the top 5 shortstops in the game of baseball. At one time, Brian, he was mostly glove defense, not much with the bat. He's raised his batting average from the low 200s to almost 300, 299 entering play tonight. He is a terrific player, and one thing he can do, he can hit a fastball, and you can't get one by this guy.
Look at his numbers since May 17th. This is essentially saying he is the #1 shortstop in the game. Since May 17th, he got off to a slow start. But again, this is a golden age of shortstops. There are $300 million shortstops roaming the earth, and he might be one of them at some point if he keeps hitting like this. Meantime, Philadelphia without Bryce Harper. He had surgery. They say successful surgery earlier today. He's got the broken hand, got hit by the pitch. They need their stars now, Dan, to hit like stars. Kyle Schwarber has been.
He's been incredible. He has popped to all fields. He's been just what the Phillies and Dave Dombrowski wanted. Almost an $80 million contract for 4 years. Brian, he has popped to all fields. Big part of that miraculous run with the Cubs. Virtually missed all of the 2016 season. Came back and led the Cubs to their first world championship in over 100 years. He's held up his end of the bargain.
Well, he's an impact hitter. Right now, leads the league with 22 home runs, slugging .511. It's funny. Earlier today, he told me in the clubhouse, look, he said, I'm a hitter. I don't want to just be launching and walking. But what is he doing? Look at the 3 true outcomes. He's #1 in baseball. He is launching and he is walking.
He is doing both. And I think for the Phillies, they need JT Realmuto to step up.
Getting closer to game time. Kyle Wright, Ranger Suarez, lineups and first pitch coming up here in Philly.
Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park. I'm John Paul Morosi reporting from field level. It was back on June the 3rd when Rob Thomson took over as the Phillies interim manager, becoming just the first Canadian manager in the major leagues since the 1930s. And look at the transition this club has had since then. The Phillies 17-7 under the charge of Thomson, the native of Sarnia, Ontario. The only team hotter over that stretch, their opponents tonight, the reigning World Series champion Atlanta Braves at 18-5. For the play-by-play this evening, here are Brian and Dan.
John, thank you so much. Yeah, Rob Thomson, Dan, first manager's job since the Oneonta Yankees 1994. He's a baseball lifer, but he hadn't been a manager in that long.
Coached at about every level. He was really Joe Girardi's right-hand man, was with him those years with the New York Yankees, part of that World Championship team that Joe Girardi managed. There's a good look at Rob Thomson getting his first crack at the big leagues. He's making it look quite easy, Brian.
Oh, what a sensational start they had. We'll talk about that. Let's take a look at the Wendy's lineup to start things off. Leading off is the shortstop Dansby Swanson, followed by the designated hitter tonight, Travis d'Arnaud. He caught last night's game. Matt Olson, the first baseman, 2 home runs last night. Austin Riley at third. Marcelo Zuna. William Contreras behind the plate. He's slugging .556 this year. Adam Duvall in right field. Phil Gosselin gets a spot start at second base. And the speedy Michael Harris, the second, is in center field. Very impressive young player, youngest player in the major leagues. And there is Ranger Suarez, 72 plus innings this year, a 4.23 ERA. That's an ERA plus, park adjusted, of 96, just below league average. Last year, Dan, I mean, this is an all-time season, 106 innings, a 1.36 ERA.
Strike thrower, Brian. He's got a 4-pitch mix. What he needs that changeup. He's a fastball, a 2-seam and a 4-seam fastball guy. He likes to run the fastball in on a righty, which could present some problems with the leadoff hitter, Dansby Swanson. He'll mix up the changeup. That's his best secondary pitch. An occasional slider and curveball. He needs to throw the right-handed hitters in for strikes. It makes that changeup good down and away.
Which guy is he, though? That Statcast powered by Google Cloud. I mean, can he be a guy with an ERA in the mid-twos, Dan?
He can. And I'll tell you one thing I liked about him. I had a chance to see him in Phillies camp. I was a guest instructor for a couple of years. He's very impressive, Brian. He's a strike thrower. He knows who he is. He's not a guy that's going to light up a radar gun, but if he's on, you'll know early. He'll get some quick outs, keep the ball on the ground, particularly to the right-hand hitters. If you're seeing ground balls to short and third, Rangers normally on.
83 degrees, beautiful night here in Philadelphia. Brian Kenny, Dan Plesac, John Morosi, and tonight's first pitch is presented by Sirius XM and fouled off by Dansby Swanson.